Hey bro, it's Ayano, so today we are doing a beginner's guide to Youzitsu merge. If you guys open up the game, you're probably wondering, what is this about? Well, the whole concept of this is it's a single player puzzle game, and it's pretty much like Candy Crush. So the main selling point of this game is for you summoning for SR characters, which are the super rarest characters in this game. And I'm probably wondering, well, how am I able to switch my language? Well, guess what? This is limited to Japanese only, and there's no way to change it in your settings. But we found a workaround, which is Google Lens. Basically, allows you to translate a screenshot. So you screenshot specific part of text and you upload it to Google, and you select that image, and Google translates that image. We gotta go talk about game mechanics. So you click this triangle square icon, and as you can see, we're gonna load in to the main part of the game. This grid is a little bit messy for me. You might have a lot of boxes, but it's a 7x9 grid with 63 squares, with 2 of them being restricted to your storage and your recycle box. Now, your storage, this allows you to store items. Obviously, if you just started, you're probably gonna have less slots, but this is due to leveling up characters, which allows you to get more slots. And you have your recycle box, which allows you to relieve grid space. So for example, if I didn't want this piece of note, I could just put it in the box, and I could also retrieve it if I wanted to, if I made a mistake. So that's pretty much the grid. And the characters, they have specific amount of taps. So as you see, Katsuragi, he has 62 out of 64 taps. So if I were to press him, I consume a tap, and it results in an item drop. So I consume the tap, and there's a timer underneath it, so it will restore some taps over time. And we gotta talk about merging items. So when you tap, you're gonna drop items, and if they're a duplicate item, for example, these 2 notes, I could slide it across and it merges. That's the name of the game. So that allows you to merge an item to the next level. And if you hold this item down, you can see what level it's at. So it's level 3. So you can see the next progressions. And a good tip is to avoid over merging. So for example, this item, this phone, I over merged. It's level 7. And well, I actually need it, but in case I didn't, it would kind of, waste some space. And you actually might need that item at a lower level. And that's why it's not always a good idea to over merge. And we got to talk about leveling up characters. So if you click this 3 people icon, you can see we have the whole character list. There's 3 types of rarities. You got super rares, you got your rares, and you got your normals, which are all the way at the bottom down here. So your normals are your support characters, your rares are your base characters, and your super rares, those are your costume characters. And characters drop various items. So if I were to choose Ayano, for example, from left to right, the right item is the most rarest drop in that sort of niche of characters. So if you click this blue icon here, it provides a large amount of status upgrades, and leveling up a character also gives you 10 gems, and on top of that, it gives you back your taps. Next up, we've got
XP. So you can earn XP from doing your side quests, or you can do it by your daily quests or your main quests. Now, XP is actually really important because it helps you level up, and when you level up, you get these 2 rewards. So you get a level 2 cat, and you also get a level 1 gift bag. Now, a level 2 cat, it drops diamonds, and it also drops gold. But what I do suggest is that you actually save your level 2 cats to make a level 5 cat, because the level 5 cat actually drops a lot more. And I also suggest saving your gift bags so you can get more rewards. If you do side quests, it actually helps you get more XP at a time, because as you can see here, I can get 1050 XP from 1 side quest, which is actually quite a lot. But you can also get this XP from main quests as well, but might not be as much as side quests. Okay, and as you can see here, you have this stamina or energy icon, and you can use this energy for your taps, as you can see here. So every 2 minutes you get 1 energy. So you have to make sure that you don't actually waste your energy, because it is quite time consuming to get all your energy back. And you can actually get energy by energy boxes, which you can claim from the daily shop. And I also recommend merging energy bubbles from the energy boxes and creating a purple energy bubble, which is 100 energy. So you can actually use gold and spend gold on the daily shop here, and you can also claim gold from the daily shop. As you can see here, you can get a total 1250 gold. This is a daily thing, and you can claim 1000 gold by watching an advert. What I do recommend is not spending your gold on these summons, because it's actually really difficult to get an SR character from these banners because, as you can see, it has a 0.04% chance of getting a singular SR, which is extremely low, to be honest. What you can also do here, if you press the icon with 3 people, you can see that you can use your gold to level up your characters. You can use your diamonds for summons. What I do recommend is using your gems for featured summons. I do recommend not using your diamonds or gems for the ticket banners because you can just get tickets from your side quests. You can also get diamonds from cats.
As you progress through the game, your player level will increase, and if you click the top left icon, you can see I'm level player 29. So if you're much lower, your level cap would probably be lower than mine because mine is 6,000. So you basically need more XP as you get up. And the best way to farm XP, in my opinion, is by completing these side quests because these drop a lot of XP, as well as popping these purple spiky things. But if you hold down, which is, if you click the level 8, you can get up to 750 XP, which is pretty good, especially if you're lower level. So like leveling up your characters, if you level up your player level, you will restore your energy. If you click the board clip icon, you've got your main quests and you got your dailies, which I've already done, and you've also got your normal quests. And if you click this tab, this is your side quests. I recommend prioritizing your daily quests, which would be here, and they give you tickets, energy, and diamonds. And don't worry about these normal quests because you should prioritize your main, your daily, and your side quests over that. And moving on to that, we've got our scenarios. Scenarios aren't really a big thing unless you're intrigued with the story. So if you go home here, you click the story icon. It's divided into 3 parts: main, side, and costume scenarios. Costumes being limited if you have SRs. And it pretty much follows the story with some more on the side with the costume scenarios. So be sure to use Google Lens if you're not too sure, unless you know Japanese, and shout out to you. But yeah, moving on from that, we got the album. Now the album shows how much you've completed the game. So right now, 48%, basically that means in totals. Ooh, okay, 55. That's actually pretty good. So it goes from your character list to your discovered items. So for example, starting from the rubber to 60, and I don't know what that is yet. But once you do that, you can unlock these level up tickets. So when you put it on an item, it levels it up. You get various items for pretty much completing this. So if you complete a character, this is where you get the tickets from leveling up. Yeah, so you get diamond boxes as well. Moving on from that, we have the next character. Now this isn't too important, but in case you're curious about which base character you unlock next, mine is Airi. I get her at 415. What about you, Brandy? Whoa, that's ages away. Like, there's just something to know if you're not too sure which character you're unlocking next.
Shop icon in the bottom right corner, you can see that this is a daily shop. Now the daily shop is at midnight, and you can claim all these rewards, which I already have done. So as you can claim gold, you can claim this hourglass, and what this hourglass does is that if a character is out of taps, it gives the character a limited amount of taps, and that actually helps if you need to complete a quest. And there's also a level 1 cat. If you want to, you can watch some adverts to get 1000 gold. So this shop here, item shop, resets every 6 hours, I believe. But the thing is, I wouldn't recommend spending your gold or your diamonds on storage space. So if you go onto the summons page and you see the Horikita and Ainakuji banner, you can see that you can buy 10 summons for 40,000 gold, which is really expensive. Now, I wouldn't recommend actually buying this because firstly, it's just really expensive, but it also has a really low chance of you getting an SR. So I wouldn't recommend summoning from this banner. And as you can see here, the Chebashiro and Manabu banner, you can watch 5 adverts for 5 free summons. And as you can see here, this is the Ainakuji and Kushida banner. Now this actually requires real money, so don't really have to worry about that. As you can see here, this is the Ryuin banner. Now this is actually a featured banner, and it's up for a limited amount of time. The Ryuin banner has a 5% chance of getting, which is actually higher than usual. So if you actually need the items that he drops, I would recommend getting this banner. But
oh my gosh, I got a 7 stack of gold, look at that. That's about it. In terms of Youzitsu, merge, that's the basics. And if you don't know how to install it, whether you're an Android or iOS, click this.
Oh, it's also scary. Click this.